Hello guys, welcome once again. In the last video I have shown you how to work with SQLite Manager, how to download it on Mozilla and how to create a new database with SQLite Manager and how to make a new table and insert data. In this video I will show you how to pass some important queries. So I will show you what queries which you must learn in order to kickstart with SQLite. So open your SQLite Manager. In the last video I have made this table called employee, and in that table I have employee ID, name, surname and age, 4 columns, and this first column is automatically generated by this SQLite Manager, but this we will not consider and it is not the part of the table, it's just for the reference. And now we have some 8 employee IDs and their name, title and age. And now I will show you how to pass some queries to manipulate this data. So go to your execute query tab, this one in your SQLite Manager, and in here you can write the queries, right? So first simple query you can write is I will show you in a moment, but first of all I will show you a very good suggestion tab which will give you suggestions while you are making queries. So in this execute query tab, go at the right and you will see select, data manipulation, create, alter, drop, reindex and pragma. These tabs at the right of this execute SQL tab. When you click them, they will give the suggestion for passing the queries. So for example, you press this select star from table name and it will give you how this query structure should look like. So select star from table name, our table name is employee, so just replace this table name and pass this query. It will give you all the table data. Now this star means all the data, whatever is present in the table. Now you want some specific data, then write the name of the column. For example, if you want only the name to show in the table, just write select name from your table name, and when you run this query, only the name column will appear and nothing else. Other column will be tolerated. So now if you want to show name and age, for example, just write name comma age from your table name and just click it, and this time only name and age will come here. Now for example, you want the data of the employee number 103, only this data, or you want the name of the employee whose employee ID is 103. So how can you get with the help of this SQLite? So just write select name from employee, and we have to use where clause here. So if you want, you can take a suggestion from here, select with where clause, just click it and it will give you suggestion. So it says select this all or distinct, so we want only name, so we will select name, and this will be the result from your table name. This is what your employee table, so replace this with employee, where, and your expression. instead of where. So you want the data of the employee whose employee ID is 103. So you will write here where this EMP ID is equal to 103, right? And just run this query. It shows me some error. So it's showing me some errors. This will alert you with error. And as far as I can see, I haven't provided the space between select and name. So I will just change here and I will give the space between select and name, and now when I run my query, it will give me the data of the employee ID 103, only the name, right? And once again I want the whole data of the employee. So just write select star from employee where employee ID is 104 this time, for example I want to search for, and now you can get the whole data, I mean all columns of the data. So in this way you can use where query. Now in another condition, you may want to find the employee data where the employee age is between, for example, 32 and 38. All the employees, you want the list of all employees whose age is between 32 and 38. This is an example. So what you can write is select star from employee where your age between 32 and 38. So 32 and 38. Okay, and run the query, and you will get the list of all employees whose age is between 32 and 38. Only 3 employees are there. Okay, when you are passing the string instead of these numbers, for example you want the data of the employee whose title is DBA. Okay, so when you want to pass string, you always cover it with single quotes. So first I will not cover it by single quote, and let's see what error it gives. DB where title is equal to DBA, and I run, and it gives me the error and it says it's near DBA. But when I cover this DBA data, which is this title DBA data, and when I run the query once again, it gives me the data. Okay, so the employee whoever is there whose title is DBA, their information comes here. So when you pass some string, just cover it or enclose it in the single quotes. Now you may want the list of employees in some order. For example, in ascending order of age, you want the list of employee. It's not in ascending order. So right now you can see 22, 32, 45, 27. This is not in ascending order of age. So we want to list out the data in ascending order. So you will write select star from employee and write order by according to the age you want. So you write order by age and run the query, and if you notice here the age, it's in ascending order, so 22, 27, 32, 36, so it's increasing. Now if you want descending order, by default you don't need to write uh, that you want the order in the ascending. It takes the order by default ascending. But if you want from largest value to the lowest value, so this value you want at the top and this 22 at the bottom, then you just add DESC here, and when you run the query once again, it will give you the age in descending order, so from the biggest age to the smallest age. Now what we can do more is our select is almost over. Here you can write, or you if you want to delete data, so just go to this suggestion tab and just click delete, and here it will give you suggestion delete from your table name. So I will insert instead of table name, and where is our clause, and after that what data you want to delete. So for example, I want to delete the data of employee ID 108, so you write select from employee ID where employee ID is equal to 108, and just execute it. And when you go to this browse and search tab once again, it will delete the data of employee ID 108. If you notice here, if you want to insert data, just go to insert query. So here you can see the suggestion from here, and it says insert into your table name, which is employee, then the list of the column list. So if you want to add or insert new data, then you need empid comma name comma title and comma age. So in the first bracket you will pass the name of the columns and then write values, and in the second column you write the value list. So value list, for example, employee ID is 108 comma the name mark and the title CEO, for example, and age is 58, and just click run, and it's saying me some error. You notice that I haven't enclosed this string in single quotes, so I also forgot to add, and it gives me error. So just add this string in single quote, and here also single quote, and run the query, and it's run. And now the new employee ID 108 Mark Taser is added into this data. Go here and you will notice this employee is added here. So now delete is okay and inserted is okay. Now if you want to update some data, so just see the suggestion update, and it will give you the update query suggestion. So update table name, which is employee, set, and assignment, so whatever you want to set, and then where expression. So for example, I will once again take this 108 employee ID, and I want to change the name of this employees. So how can I do that? So I will write update employee set and then assignment, so name is equal to single quote, yeah, and instead of Mark I want the name John Tisa. Okay, and where your employee ID is 108, right? So empid is equal to 108. So I will update this name. Instead of this Mark I want to add John here. So run this query and your query is executed, and see here the name is changed now. So update, delete and insert is complete. Once again, let's see what's all there. So if you want to create a table, then here is the suggestion. If you want to create a new table, so write create table if not exist and the table name. So for example, what can I add? Pump data, for example, and now the column names. Okay, so in the column names, first give the definition of your column, so column name, and then in the bracket give the column data type and give constraint if any. So for example, not null or primary key you can enter. So I will give this bracket and I want pump ID, and it will take data type integer, for example, and pump data, and it will take the varchar data type, and I click run and it says me error. Why? Because pump data, you need to give table name, you cannot give space in between the name of the table. So now run the query and query is run, and now here you can see one more table here, and when you click and go to browse and search, it has two rows, pump data and pump ID. So in this way, I have shown you some of the basic important query, how to pass them, but you can always go here and see the suggestion according to the requirement, and you can pass the queries. So my basic aim is to make you aware of these basic queries, and now if your foundation is better, then you can pass other queries also by just seeing these suggestions. So I hope you have enjoyed this video and you have learned something new this time. Please rate, comment and subscribe, and bye for now.